you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Los Angeles coming to you live on this Tuesday night. DA.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Sure is. Thanks, DA. Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. We've got Gordon. Bill Barton is out there with Jamal Murray. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Porter in at the 3. And for the Clippers, they've got Paul George. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Batum. And there's Jackson. And it's Zubac in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Murray. Here's Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Jokic has got the first points of the night for Denver. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. Murray, no good.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
George with the bucket.
And this is a shot Paul George makes consistently, right? When he's in rhythm, he's ready to fire off the bounce.
Murray with it. Leonard picks him up. Porter outside. Batum grabs the miss. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. And George kicks to Batum. Kicks it out to Leonard. The 3. The Clippers rebound. Batum passes to Zubac. Outside, George. Down to 5 on the shot clock. With the putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Hard work and soft hands. Guys, that's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in. Now here's Gordon. Shoots over Batum. Off target with the jump hook.
Boy, just 1 for 4. A little brisky right now.
We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Zubac the pass to Batum. Leonard with no one around. The three-pointer no good.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And finished off by Porter.
A high-level athlete with great run and jump ability. Porter finishes well in transition.
A 3 from Leonard. Outside for Jackson. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Leonard inside, guarded by Porter. Again, Leonard missing. Nuggets trail.
And with what we saw in the bubble, Murray has clearly elevated his game. Showed that he could be a #1 option on offense. I mean, his output was an incredible part of that run for the Nuggets.
Here's Jackson, following the score by Aaron Gordon. Jackson passes to Zubac. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
Murray dishes to Gordon. Batum with the steal. Leonard, that's for 2. And it's off the back rim, no good.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
You know, Greg, the further we went into the playoffs, the more Jamal Murray looked like a star.
I mean, Kevin, big shots in clutch situations. Logged heavy minutes, but, you know, never wavered. A truly heroic performance from Murray all postseason.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
No good from Zubac.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
It was right there for him. He'd love to have that one back. That was embarrassing.
I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for Los Angeles. Trailing by 2. Pass to Zubac. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field. The Nuggets have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. George against Murray. Over to the left wing. Jokic kicks to Murray. The Clippers grab the miss. Left side, Leonard.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
Batum with the steal. Leonard against Gordon. Here's George. And it's Jokic with the rebound. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Gordon's running. Murray outside. Got a piece of it. Leonard with the steal. It's all tied here in Los Angeles. And we'll be back shortly for the start. And we caught up before the game with Nikola Jokic, who had a...
Selfless. I mean, you need to look your...
Greg, there are areas of Jokic's game where he probably is the best in the world.
I can't think of a center with better floor vision or better passing ability. His positioning, his angles, his ability to use his size to maximize effectiveness, all at an elite level.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Well, very disruptive in that first period. They never allowed the offense to get comfortable.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got, Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. That's Rajon Rondo. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Oturu in at the 5, roaming the paint. Outside, Green. He feeds it to Bull. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Bull's got his second basket.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Leonard brings the double team. Campazzo. It's deflected. And it's JaVale McGee with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Paul George is checked in for Leonard. Clippers have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Now here's Rondo. Defense is right there. Oturu's shot is off. The Nuggets have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Millsap attacking the dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's on Rajon Rondo.
And you got to respect the physicality of Millsap. He can energize his entire team with that level of activity.
Murray's checked in for the Nuggets. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now, and in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's 3 guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble from 3 and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those 3 guys can all hit pull-ups and step-backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the 3 guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having to guard the three-point line.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Bull's checked in.
That's just too easy for Ball. Once he gets the right position, his focus there is on the finish.
And here's George for 3. Rondo passes to George. Count that bucket.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
To the wing right side. Rondo on the double team. Bull, the pass to Millsap. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And at 7-2, Bull has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Leonard's checked in. Green against Kennard. From the arc. He can't get that one. And it's Denver the other way.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
It's stolen by Morris. Out on his own on the break. And the officials call a traveling violation. Jackson, he's checked in for Los Angeles. The Nuggets leading by 4. On the wing, Green. To the middle. Bull with it. Morris is there. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Jackson deciding where to go with it. McGee with the block. Outside, Green. The shot's good from McGee. And now an 8-point Nugget lead.
Of the two offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
And I think because of that, they've gotten the better looks to start this basketball game.
Pass to Morris. Here's Oturu. Out to Morris. There's the 3. 3 on the clock. And the basket by Oturu. Oturu's got 4 points this quarter.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. And here's Green outside. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Green's got the lead up to 9 now for Denver. LA's gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%. But they've continued to let him fly. The pass to Kennard. Outside Jackson. Out to Morris. Here's Oturu. Can't hit from the low block. And so it's the Denver Nuggets. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. Well, what can you say about superstar big man Nikola Jokic? Jamal Murray. And
happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. It's been quite a game for Bol Bol.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
So on the floor for Denver. Will Barton is out there with Jamal Murray. And there's Gordon. Then it's Porter. And it's Jokic in at the 5 spot. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Down low. Murray against George. And a wide open look for Porter. Up again. It's good on the putback. And the Nuggets lead by 9.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Here's man. Barton defending. Outside for Jackson. Back to Zubac. Tries again. He takes it up and lays it in. Zubac has got 8 points.
Well, you love the persistence on the offensive glass. All about effort right now.
And Murray, here we go. Gordon, the pass to Murray. Second chance shot. It's deflected.
Boy, as slow a start as you could have. Just 1 for 4 from the field. They're struggling.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Murray against George. And Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. We have got to see that sensational mobile one block again.
And that's what a team needs when they're trailing. Energy on D.
Clippers trail by 7.
And if you're drawing up your starting 5 for team irrational confidence, Jamal Murray makes a strong case. This guy is fearless.
And the dunk by Zubac.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Here's Murray, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And Murray, we know, can be streaky, Greg, still mid-30% for his career from three-point range.
Of course, the degree of difficulty pretty high on a lot of his shots. Off the bounce with the hand in his face. And he's more than a shooter, a versatile scorer who can get it done in a variety of ways.
Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Rondo comes in for Reggie Jackson.
And check out Jokic using not just his length, but also the timing. The offensive player better think twice next time.
The Clippers have gone 4-6 from the field since the start of the third. Zubac finds Patterson. That one drops for him. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the Nuggets. To the middle. Here's Gordon. Passes to Jokic. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Batum wide open. He fires. Wide open shot is on the money. Now just a 3-point Nugget lead.
Okay, nice job here in the second half. Field goal percentage is way up from what it was at halftime when it was just barely above 30%.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. And the slam dunk by McGee.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Pass to man. Back to Leonard. A baseline J. Count it. Leonard's got his second basket of the night.
Well, efficiency from the mid-range has always been a part of Kawhi Leonard's game.
To the inside. Here's Bull. Got a piece of it. And the whistle stops. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And so he makes both from the line.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Rondo kicks to Leonard. Puts up a 3. Green with the rebound. The Nuggets leading by 5. Campazzo. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. He's perfect from the line this time. And here is Los Angeles now. Leonard on the wing. Oturu, nice persistence to tip it back up and in. Oturu's got 6.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Knocked away. Here's Rondo, and the layup falls.
And they've really gotten on track here in the second half. After that shaky start, the field goal percentage steadily climbing. They couldn't make anything in that first break. A shot like that is a polite way to say, hey, coach, bench me.
And funny thing is, if that doesn't get you benched, I have no idea what would. I'll tell you, no matter what he does, he can't find his rhythm, and you get the sense he's starting to press a little bit.
And it's good, 2 points. Millsap's got his third basket of the night right there.
And the play succeeds because Millsap comes to the court hungry. He chases down boards and second chance opportunities. Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
They kick it out to Green. Inside. Here's Bowl. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Bowl's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, inside, Bowl does a great job just making subtle adjustments and utilizing that length.
The third quarter comes to a close. Nuggets lead by 7. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. The Nuggets leading by 7. They've got Paul George, also Reggie Jackson out there, and it's Coffey in at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Barton finds Millsap. Kicks it out to Gordon. All alone. Tips it up, and it's Millsap with the extra effort. Millsap's got the lead up to 9 now for the Nuggets.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there.
Well, the three-point shooting of Paul George is an important attribute. Because he can put it on the deck, he's got to balance it with that kind of look right there.
Stolen by George, and they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And the Clippers making a change here. Batum's checked in. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Oturu, the pass to Coffey. Here's Oturu. Jokic defending. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Nuggets. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Here's Murray. Jokic trying to free himself up. Murray, no good.
I'll tell you, even though he's not playing his best basketball, the team has played well and picked it up. I love it.
We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. George against Murray. On the wing, Porter. From the low block, Jokic. And Jokic slams it in.
Such a savvy player. Love watching Jokic battle for positioning on the offensive glass.
George looking around.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Nicholas Batum.
And this, to me, is where Aaron Gordon can excel. This guy embraces contact on the way up.
And a tough season a year ago for Aaron Gordon, Doris. Fell short of the output he had the last few years and had a tough time hitting from the outside.
Look, Greg, you're an former NBA player, so you know the history here. Trying to find a rhythm while fighting through injuries is very difficult to do. This guy's got unbelievable athleticism. He's sharpening his skills. I think it's just a matter of time for Aaron Gordon.
And it's George missing.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
And that one's good by Porter.
Boy, don't you love to see Aaron Gordon make these kinds of decisions. This guy is fully capable of recognizing open teammates.
And a deep 3 from George. The long distance 3 is buried. George has got a pair of 3s here in the fourth quarter for Los Angeles. Barton kicks to Porter. Back to Barton. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Batum's got his 4th rebound in this one. There's Jackson with the 3. Porter pulls it in. Porter's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Murray finds Jokic. Another shot. We've got 1:48 left in the fourth quarter. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Leonard on the wing. And here's George for 3. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Batum with the steal. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Well, Kawhi Leonard might be quiet off the court, but on the court he makes a lot of noise.
Leonard brings the double team. Porter against Leonard. Here's Jokic. Second shot opportunity. For three, Murray. That one, no good. Excellent D there from George.
Every second counts now. They can't wait around.
This is the very definition of desperation time. You've got to score every trip.
Gordon goes in. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. For the finish, money.
Absolutely no fear. Kawhi Leonard welcomes these moments. He relishes these moments.
And here is Murray. Pass to Jokic. And Jokic slams it in.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
Batum with the three. It counts. And now they trail by just 4.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Morris is checked in for Batum. Luke Kennard comes in for George. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Reggie Jackson. And Denver with a change here, too. Paul Millsap is checked in for Gordon. And the pass to Zubac. The dish now to Leonard. Over Porter. Kicks it out to Leonard from deep. Laces one from 3.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
It feels like they have worked their perimeter game to perfection, swinging the ball, cashing in from the outside. What a performance.
And Murray has it all. A deadly shooter and a remarkable penetrator. Terrific guard play.
You've got to show composure, and he comes through right when the team needs him.
Thank you, David. Great.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The Margaret Hunt Hill Bridge and the state flag of Texas looking majestic tonight. Now it's ended out.
Kevin, thank you. There is no...
Indeed, something special, David. Thanks. And the Clippers starting five. Paul George is out there with Jackson. Then there's Batum. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the three, the small forward. And for the Mavericks, Kleber is the four with Porzingis in the middle. Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. And it's Finney Smith in at the three spot. Doncic against Jackson. Just 5 on the clock. Doncic against Jackson. A second chance effort. And it's Porzingis laying it in.
And talk about persistence. Porzingis just being a bully on the offensive glass and punishing the opposition.
Left side Jackson. A three from Leonard. That shot no good. And it's Dallas the other way. Well, coming into the league with immense potential, Porzingis has already fulfilled much of it. Already an all-star. But you know, Greg, there are still areas he's working on.
Yeah, he's definitely getting stronger and more physical. You'd like to see him make the next pass a little more often when a teammate has a better shot. But if he can just stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit on what he can accomplish.
George, no good.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
That's lit right there, courtesy of Kawhi's natural explosiveness.
Porzingis finds Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Especially if the defense is going to allow you to do it. Have to switch on that play.
Here's George. The pass to Batum. And Maxi Kleber is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Here's Leonard. 4-point game. Outside for George. Back to Leonard. Clippers moving the ball around. And it's George missing.
Not the efficient start they were hoping for. Only 1 for 4 from the field.
Doncic, no good.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Outside for George. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. A different look for Dallas. Dwight Powell's checked in for Maxi Kleber. Hardaway is subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And then for the Clippers, Patterson, he's checked in for Batum. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Jackson. Here's Doncic. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told them, think of a 6'7" Steve Nash. Isn't quite the shooter Steve was, but is only a teenager. Great vision. Boy, he can really pass it, and it turns out Doncic is all of that and more.
Jalen Brunson, he's checked in for Dallas. Here's Morris. Great touch on the 16-footer.
This is where Morris can kill you. He's pretty much claimed that in-between game.
And even Nash himself called Doncic a dream prospect.
Yeah, it said Luka was big and mobile enough in the modern game, can guard multiple positions, has a skill set, a winning mentality, and those leadership qualities. Steve Nash sounding like a future GM.
Hardaway against George. Here's Patterson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Patterson welcomes contact inside. He's looking to get to the line down there.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And converted more than 4 out of every 5 free throw attempts last year, so just solid at the line.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis, and J.J. Redick is subbed in for Doncic. And the Clippers with a change here, too. Kennard, he's checked in for Paul George. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. Clippers with the ball. Left side Rondo. Pass to Patterson from the baseline. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo.
Obviously, Rondo's main priority is to dish the rock. When you're open, he'll get it to you.
Brunson, good.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
To the paint, here's Patterson, and it's Patterson finishing it off.
Quick lick from Patterson makes finishing plays off with a dunk look easy.
And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for Dallas. Cauley-Stein finds Redick. To the left side wing. Shot clock at 5. Rondo with the steal. And here they come. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
Exploding to the rim, Luke Kennard slams it in. His offensive energy is a difference maker.
Brunson scanning the floor. And it's good for 2. Brunson's got his second basket of the night.
Nice job creating for the easy deuce.
To the left wing. Rondo passes to Mann. To the middle. And it's Patterson finishing it off.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
It's a tie game in Dallas. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
They came in looking to attack from the get-go, willing to be physical and setting the tone.
Setting the floor for the Clippers. Reggie Jackson out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Luke Kennard. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's Zubac in at the center. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category. And a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well.
The Mavericks trailing. Richardson left side. To the left side wing. Here's Cauley Stein. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
Cauley Stein, a serviceable shooter at the line. Let's see if he can make them count.
The Mavericks shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. Doncic is checked in for J.J. Redick. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Leonard with no one around. The Clippers rebound. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Zubac has got the lead up to 2 now for the Clippers.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Doncic passes to Cauley Stein. Out to Doncic. Looking for Cauley Stein. He gets it there. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Zinkas, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Clippers have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop.
Hey, right here.
Outside Leonard. And the foul on Josh Richardson. That's foul number 2 for him.
His second foul in as many quarters. We'll see if he backs off or stays aggressive.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Marcus Morris. And it's Paul George in for Kennard. Back to Richardson. Some nice passing here by Dallas. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
Give Josh credit, taking the challenge offensively, discipline, and that's a beautiful pass.
It's Jackson with the drive, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Luka Doncic.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
And with Reggie Jackson, it's a testament to his natural talent that he often leaves us wanting a little bit more.
Richardson the pass to Porzingis. Here's Cleveland, and the rejection by Zubac. And now the Clippers on the break. Leonard's got the ball. Los Angeles with another miss.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
And Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position, not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
It's good from long range. Leonard's got 5.
Beautiful stroke, a direct result of all the hard work Leonard's put in.
Doncic against Jackson. Porzingis passes to Doncic. Back to Porzingis. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Nicholas Batum. The Mavericks have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4.
And at 7-3, Porzingis could have been just another big, but he defies expectations. He's got such an impressive array of abilities.
Dallas making a switch here. Brunson's checked in. Passes it to Patterson. Ring shot on the way. Out of bounds. Dallas will take possession.
Yeah, just not on the same page. Unfortunate, wasted possession.
We've got 1:48 left in the first half of the game. Here's Powell. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Outside Rondo. He kicks it to Batum. Rondo dishes to Batum. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. And Porzingis, here we go. That gives them the lead. 10 points for him.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Here's Coffey. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. It's good on the putback. And the Clippers lead by 1.
The activity level from Patterson is what makes him such an impact on the floor.
It's stolen. Now the Clippers moving it up. And Rajon Rondo, the basket on the assist by Patterson. And it's a 3-point Clipper lead.
One sign of a great playmaker, hitting his man in stride.
Brunson kicks to Hardaway. 34 seconds left in the second quarter. Here's Coffey. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Brunson finds Richardson. Here's Porzingis. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
And a little contact won't go a long way against Porzingis. What a display of physicality.
Man passes to Patterson. Knocked loose. And a close game so far through the first.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. Their biggest deficit was 6 points. And that should do it with the second half about to begin.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Porzingis having a dominant impact in this game.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the floor for Dallas, Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Richardson is out there with Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. Here's Porzingis, 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
And it's Zubac atop the key. Richardson against George. Yes, that goes in.
Facing up from mid-range, George could have tried to drive, but takes what the defense gives him.
Doncic against Jackson. And the dunk by Doncic.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
It's a tight contest. Those type of plays can fire up your team and swing momentum.
Pass to Finney-Smith. And then jammed down as he goes right over Ivica Zubac.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness.
Showing off his range. Wow, Paul George can hurt you from anywhere on the floor.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Willie Cauley-Stein comes in for Porzingis. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Richardson. Leonard, he's checked in for the Clippers. Luke Kennard comes in for Reggie Jackson.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Forget just laying it in. He wanted to make a statement.
Here's Leonard. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Mistake by the defender, following a very good free throw shooter in Kawhi.
Los Angeles shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. And he can't hit the second.
You know he wanted to knock down all his shots at the line, but he still did enough to put them in front.
Doncic outside. And Doncic throws it down.
Has the vertical needed to dunk it. Doncic showing off the power and flair that he possesses.
And here's Leonard from 3. Back to Morris. And Maxi Kleber is going to pick up a foul. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Mavericks making a change here. Hardaway's checked in. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Jackson, he's checked in for George. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
Feeling that one all the way. Leonard lethal in the catch-and-shoot game.
Doncic passes to Cauley Stein. And Cauley Stein throws it down. Third quarter, guys, and this has been a neck-and-neck game.
Both teams getting it done defensively, as evidenced by the 8 lead changes thus far.
Here's Leonard. Cauley Stein grabs the board. The Mavericks leading. Here's Doncic. Makes that one his 6th of the night, shooting a very healthy 6 for 9.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Melly is checked in for Maxi Kleba. Trey Burke comes in for J.J. Redick. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. Here's Brunson. Cauley Stein trying to free himself up. Brunson, good. Brunson's got his 3rd bucket of the night. Morris outside. Back to Kennard. And the rejection by Cauley Stein.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley Stein, a presence defensively.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
The pass to Oturu. Outside for George. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And that's now 10 points for Paul George.
Continuing to stoke the fire, his shot making has been absolutely superb.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Burke, the pass to Cauley Stein. He gets it in there. Cauley Stein's got 4 points this quarter.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Both teams putting forth their best efforts right now. This is the kind of game fans pay to see.
That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. Mavericks lead. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. So for the Clippers right now, they've got Paul George, also Rajon Rondo out there, and it's Oturu in at the 5 spot. And it goes down 2 points. George has got 12 points here in the second half.
It's really been a tale of two halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
Left side, Porzingis. Outside Hardaway. Back to Porzingis. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
At 7'3", Porzingis is almost impossible to guard, especially when he's focusing on trying to score.
Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Dallas. Doncic comes in for Jalen Brunson. It's George on the wing. They get a hand on it. Porzingis with the steal. The drive by Doncic. No good. Shot missing. Excellent D there from George. Batum finds George. The shot comes out.
High percentage look for him. But bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
Here's Doncic. Powell trying to free himself up. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
So much sharper, so much more efficient with his shot this half. Just taking what the defense allows.
Here's George. No stopping him there. Jam. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, GA. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. And the rejection by Zubac. That one falls. Porzingis has got 4 points now in the quarter. Clippers trail by 3. A 3 from Leonard. It's rebounded by Doncic.
And they've controlled the glass throughout this game, but it's still close.
So it's Richardson with the jam.
And with Josh Richardson, they love his size in the backcourt and his mobility. He moves extremely well.
Leonard inside. Richardson covering. And Leonard gets it to go.
Can't help but love the way Leonard plays the game. Stone-faced assassin.
Richardson kicks to Porzingis. Back to Richardson. He dishes it to Doncic. Got a piece of it. Porzingis passes to Finney-Smith. Doncic against Rondo. And Doncic throws it down.
How about the poise from Doncic right there? He ups the ante when it's a critical possession here in the game.
Here's Rondo. And the shot goes in.
What a display from Rondo. Just coming alive when his team needs a bucket.
Dallas leading by 3. Doncic outside. And the dunk by Doncic.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Forget just landing in. He wanted to make a statement.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the Clippers get called for the foul. He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. Los Angeles making a switch here. And so both free throws are good. And it's a 7-point game.
It's showing off a really smooth stroke there. And that will add to their lead.
And the foul on Dorian Finney-Smith. That is his first foul of the game. Jackson up top, guarded by Doncic, and the dunk by Jackson.
That's what Jackson's doing right now. Supreme confidence in the clutch.
54 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's Richardson. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Porzingis has got the lead up to 7 now for the Mavs.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Reason why they've tightened up the vice grip a little more each time up the floor. We'll see if they can close this one out.
This game looks like they've got it just about wrapped up.
Yeah, just got to work that clock and take care of the ball.
Unforced errors. These are the kinds of things that break momentum.
27 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to George. And here is Zubac. It drops. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
This is what the analytics prefer. Shots at the rim or from 3.
Right wing. In the corner, it's Richardson from outside the arc. That shot, no good. The shot by George, wide open, offline. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. Short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Missing a valued contributor, that can be a challenge. We'll see how they answer the bell.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Richardson is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. And for the Nuggets, we've got Murray. Gordon out there with Jokic. Then it's Will Barton, and it's Porter in at the 3, the small forward. And too much time in the lane, they get called for the 3-second violation. Now, here's Doncic. Porzingis high post. Here's Richardson. He can't get that one to fall. And it's Denver the other way. Doncic with the steal. Richardson against Gordon. Richardson, good.
Boy, like seeing these passes. Doncic has a keen sense for when one of his guys is open, and he gets it to him on time, on target.
Murray against Doncic. Back to Murray. Nice D from Porzingis.
Boy, that defense smothered him in there. Love the intensity. Boy, I tell you what, we've all heard the stories of Jamal Murray's training routine growing up in Canada, like something out of a movie. Push-ups in the snow, dribbling on ice, deep knee bends with a cup of hot tea on his thigh. A little bit unconventional, but hey, it certainly got him to where he is now, so I would say it worked.
Good on the shot.
Excellent court awareness from the big man there. Porzingis proven to be a reliable passer.
Barton outside. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That is his first foul of the game.
And Clark, it was Jamal Murray's father who's the mastermind behind those unconventional training methods. His son, though, never begged off, never wavered in his commitment.
Tell you what, Greg, it clearly would lead you to believe that both of them were crazy, and yet they had a shared obsession and a commitment, and it's paid off.
Goes up. And it's Murray with the jam.
And the quick feet of Murray really doing an extraordinary job getting out in transition.
Doncic kicks to Richardson. Shoots over Barton. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's foul number 2 for him.
Already his second foul. He's in danger of getting into serious foul trouble early in this game.
Hardaway's checked in for the Mavericks. Jalen Brunson comes in for Luka Doncic. The Mavericks leading. Richardson with it. Now guarded by Barton. Richardson kicks to Kleba. Inside. Kicks it out to Richardson. Launches it. A putback. Porzingis on the follow.
Porzingis doing a nice job using that length to clean up the glass nicely.
Campazzo, headed by Porzingis. Jokic, nice shot from 10 feet out. Teams have dynasties. The 90s, Michael Jordan. We've seen it over the many decades. Over the next decade, though, who do you think is going to lead the pack there, Greg?
Ooh, that's a great question. You know, with the way Father Time is treating LeBron, you might have to wait and see because he is still playing at such a high level. But, you know, obviously Giannis has got to be on the short list with the Bucks. For me, I really look at Luka in Dallas. I just feel like with Kristaps Porzingis, that duo could just be deadly with how the game is played. But don't sleep on the Celtics with Tatum and Brown and that group that they have with the front office they have. Man, I think the league overall is going to be in great shape moving forward.
It sure seems that way. Porzingis, great positioning on the putback.
You know, with that top shelf athleticism and the 7'3" frame, Porzingis always a threat for a putback jam.
51 seconds left in the first quarter. Campazzo, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Porzingis.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Paul Millsap's checked in for Jokic, and it's JaMychal Green in for Porter. Clock at 6. Hardaway passes to Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
Well, you know, guys, we know Hardaway can score, but when he makes these passes, it makes him a lot more dangerous.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And the rejection by Cauley Stein.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley Stein, a presence defensively.
Now Brunson. With 1 on the clock. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
Nothing like knocking.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Mavericks lead by 4. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go any.
The mentality of how we play, how we move the ball.
Greg sounds like something a coach would say.
It's probably something his coach has said time and time again, but Murray's really matured into a reliable, sometimes spectacular performer for this team.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
They've got Clark. Hole is out there with Paul Millsap. And it's Dozier in at the 3 spot. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. Here's Dozier. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
They pounded the ball inside in the first half, forcing the D to collapse, and that frees up the shooters going forward.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up.
Dallas making a switch here. Richardson's checked in. And here is Hardaway. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Pass to Richardson. Shoots from the elbow. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
Boy, Richardson has a sneaky mid-range game, folks. Keeps the defense off balance.
Murray with it. And the pass to Dozier. To the inside. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
Doncic finds Cauley Stein. 5 to shoot. Hardaway passes to Richardson. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Outside, Porter. Good.
Well, you know, on the inside, Porter is a very skilled player. He understands that you've got to be multi-dimensional, a lot of versatility to your game to be effective inside.
Doncic feeling it out. He kicks it to Hardaway. Richardson right side. Here's Murray. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, the Mavericks have their young star tandem in Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis. KP said, "We can be a pretty deadly duo. It's only going to be a matter of time. Once we get that two-man game going, it's going to be hard to stop." Guys, it's already hard to stop. Back to you.
A team on the rise, David. Thank you so much.
And a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. Powell had an excellent college career, yet he fell to the 2nd round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break.
Back to Jokic. Tries again. Shakes him. And Jokic slams it in.
Can't afford to lose sight of Jokic, not even for a second. This guy's always a threat to hurt you on the offensive boards.
And GA, even when he did arrive to the NBA, it took Powell a while to latch on.
You know, traded a couple times in his first year. He was assigned and recalled 10 times in about a month with Boston's D-League affiliate. Finally found a home in Dallas. Everything turned around from that point forward.
Doncic passes to Cauley Stein. Rebound by Murray. The Nuggets trail by 3. Dishes it to Gordon. And a missed layup.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
Doncic with it. Out guarded by Murray. Down low, Jokic with the steal. Doncic against Murray. Does not score with that shot. It's his 2nd miss against 2 made shots. Here's Richardson. Got it. Number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor.
Offensively, it's been a perfect quarter for him. He hasn't missed a single shot.
Murray kicks to Dozier. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
And that's the tough part of trying to keep him on the floor. Now he picks up that 3rd foul.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. JaVale McGee's checked in for Jokic. Millsap comes in for Gordon. And Barton subbed in for Michael Porter.
Well, one of the things you know as a defender, you've got to stay down on the pump fake. But Murray, really crafty at getting defenders off their feet.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the 2nd. A nice way to get your offense going.
And maybe cause some foul trouble along the way as well. And we know what that can do. It pays off typically in good fashion for you.
Here's Marjanovic. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Mavericks ahead, up by 4. And now let's... All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good Josh Richardson having an outstanding game. He had 14 points, and the Mavericks over the past couple of... Thanks for joining us.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. We've seen Josh Richardson really having a great game.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second half. On the floor for Dallas, Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Luka Doncic out there with Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the 1 pick or the 2nd pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not. Denver passing it around. Bobbed up there for Green. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Yeah, you know, battling back is about staying the course, and their attitude never changed.
Richardson, no luck. And so Green will bring it up for Denver. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Basket good.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Here's Richardson. He's got 14. Shoots over Barton. Dallas, no good that time either.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Leaving folks open around Barton is a no-no. He'll torch you whenever you do that.
Richardson finds Porzingis. They need this. And with that, the Denver lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Richardson.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Campazzo, guarded by Doncic. In the air. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Luka Doncic.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Dozier's checked in. J.J. Redick's checked in for Dallas. Jalen Brunson comes in for Doncic. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Brunson the pass to Porzingis. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
And now the Nuggets, fast break, floats it up for Jokic. Stolen by Brunson. Porzingis with the ball, now guarded by Murray. And he goes in for the dunk.
And that's such good work to make this a 1-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
Now here's Murray. He has 5. Yep, it counts. Murray's got the lead up to 4 now for the Nuggets.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Redick for 3. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
I think he'll think twice about attempting that shot next time. The defense was right on top of him there.
Pass to Kleba. Porzingis against Millsap. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith.
Really always a plus to have a big guy stroke it from the line like that. The soft touch on full display.
Brunson against Murray. They kick it out to Green. Trying to find Jokic. Gets it to him. That's tipped. Here we go, one-on-one. Redick passes to Hardaway for the tie. And the nice bucket inside from Redick. Redick's got it all tied up now for the Mavs.
Proving he's more than just an outside shooter. Redick also has a sweet touch from that area.
And that one drops for him. Jokic has got 6 points.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Not many empty trips for this group. It seems everything's falling for him this half.
Brunson kicks to Redick. Count that bucket.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Here's Dozier. Millsap trying to get open. Dozier can't get it to go. The Mavericks have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Back to Redick. Porzingis feeling it out a bit. And Kleba slams it in.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Murray, count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And the strength of Murray, finishing the shot off easily, even with the harm.
For Denver, they have gone 6 of 8 from the free throw. Good, Murray. Now, Doncic. Here's Powell. Gordon with the defensive effort. 3/4 of play in a close game here. Nuggets lead by 1. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. JaVale McGee is out there with Aaron Gordon. Then it's Will Barton. Then it's Michael Porter. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Barton, no luck. Porzingis with the ball. And McGee picks him up defensively. Here's Hardaway. Feeds it to Powell. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Hardaway. Hardaway has got his 4th assist in this one. It's Barton on the wing. Campazzo. It's rebounded by Doncic. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. It's a 1-point game. Here's Richardson. The putback. And it goes out of bounds. That went off Porzingis. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Dallas. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. On the wing, Porter. The dish to Gordon. No good that time. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Porzingis passes to Richardson. Back to Porzingis. Outside Hardaway. And it's Hardaway slamming it down.
How about the assertiveness from Hardaway Jr. there, electing to go with power and force? I love it.
Campazzo, guarded by Doncic. Barton outside. He dishes it to Gordon. And that one, good.
And Gordon's jumping ability combined with his reach make him a difficult matchup for any defense, especially when he's operating in the post.
And stolen by Gordon. Barton dishes to McGee. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. And the Nuggets lead by 1. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Nuggets.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively. They've been turning those turnovers into points.
And here's Richardson, just 4 to shoot. Here's Porzingis, and they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
Boy, in a game this snug, you can ill afford to commit those kinds of turnovers.
A different look for Dallas. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Trey Burke comes in for Hardaway. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Richardson. And now we've got the intentional foul. Mavericks making a switch here. Marjanovic is checked in. Murray, the pass to Jokic. And Trey Burke gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. We've got 1:55 left in the game. And there's Murray on the assist by Paul Millsap.
Jamal Murray proving he's not afraid of the big moment. Big time shot there.
Doncic with it. Inside. Here's Marjanovic. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. JaVale McGee's checked in for Aaron Gordon. And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. The drive by Green. Kleber with the rebound.
And fought hard to make his way to the rim, but give the D credit. Did just enough to force him to clank that one.
Basket counts.
Luka does not back away from the big stage, guys. This young fella loves to be center stage in the biggest moment.
Here's Murray. Lays it up and banks it in. Murray's got 4 points this quarter.
Hey, you can't just have skill and confidence to make big shots. You got to have a big ticker, too.
Doncic outside. Passes it to Marjanovic. And here is Kleber, guarded by McGee. Just 5 to shoot. Redick passes to Kleber. Count it! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
And Jokic wide open. He shoots. And a miss there on the triple. Now, here's Burke. He's guarded closely. Doncic against Murray. Yes!
No fear or hesitation in the eyes of Doncic. He loves the chance to take and make these big ones.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Murray. Nice D from Doncic.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And you know what? Who knows? A few misses at the stripe, and they're right there within range. You know, late game free throws are a lot different than early game free throws in terms of making.
Yeah, those free throws make things a little more simpler right now. They just have to guard against the three-pointer.
Here's Murray. It falls! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
Well, you don't like to see Murray get on this kind of a roll if you're defending him now, because he's creative, and once he gets going, it's hard to slow him down.
First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game.
Boy, Josh Richardson, really the kind of guy every team could use because he's got a well-balanced 3 and D game. He does a lot for his team, brings a lot of value to whoever he plays for.
So a close game sees Dallas taking this one. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic Nestled among the peaks of the Rocky Mountains. And the injury report for both teams. Players who will not be available tonight.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
And the Clippers starting five. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Ivica Zubac is out there with Batum. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's George in at the two-guard spot. And for the Nuggets, Porter is out there with Aaron Gordon. Then it's Will Barton. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Murray in at the one. And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. Drops it in from 11 feet. And Brent, these teams boasting great depth. Many feel that's a hallmark of a great front office.
If you go back and you look, Kevin, at some of the teams that have made deep playoff runs or eventually won the championships, you know, that tinkering about bringing in a veteran or just one piece to make that next step for that one matchup or that one series, finding contributions like that up and down the roster, absolutely, that can make a difference. Surprising quickness. Murray bearing his head down and just sprinting to the rack.
And it's sent back by Jokic. Lob pass to Gordon. Jokic against Zubac. Back to Jokic. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Love the floor spacing with this offense because Jokic at the center can move the ball just about anywhere you want. And now he's attacking the paint.
Now here is George. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And a story about Jamal Murray. He was doing 2-a-days for Team Canada, and the coach wanted him to rest, so he confiscates his sneakers. Came back and found him working out barefoot.
Well, they might want to check his web browser because I believe he did a search for lock picks because they put bars on the door to keep him out of the gym, and he still might try to find a way in.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on Reggie Jackson.
I like that penetration there. Murray getting to the cup with great quickness.
The Nuggets shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. And so Murray nails both of them.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
From deep, George up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Here's Murray. No good on that one. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. For three. George, no good. And so it's Barton bringing it up for Denver. Here's Gordon. And it's Gordon with the finish.
A constant threat around the rim. Gordon is an agile big who just throws it down with ease.
The drive by Jackson. Leonard, the pass to Zubac, and it's out of bounds to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Now here's Leonard. And the Clippers miss again.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
Clippers trail by 6. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Leonard attacking. Yep, that one goes.
The strength and that body that Kawhi has, he finishes through contact as well as anyone in the league.
Campazzo, he's covered by Rondo. Good on the bucket.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Rondo passes to Patterson. And 1:01 left in the first quarter. Pass to Oturu. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Rondo, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Paul Millsap is checked in for the Nuggets. Jermichael Green comes in for Michael Porter. Campazzo, he's covered by Rondo. Doesn't go that time. 2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
Denver grabs the miss.
Not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups. You know, altered shots don't show up on the official stat sheet, but as we saw there, he does a great job of doing that as well as collecting the rebound.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
The pass to Barton. Outside, Green. Here's the 3. Bangs home the trifecta.
Well, Barton had a good feel about what was happening defensively, and his teammate was wide open.
And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. Nuggets ahead. They lead by... And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And the Nuggets, guys, what jumps out to you numbers-wise?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
I couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So on the floor for Denver. Green is out there with Paul Millsap. And it's Clark in at the 3 spot. Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Batum comes in for Patrick Patterson. Clark outside. Campazzo defended by George. And it's Paul George with the foul. That's his first foul. And the Clippers making a change here. Jackson's checked in. Here's Murray. Passes it to Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Jokic has got the lead up to 9 now for the Nuggets.
I swear Jokic is out there playing with the watch on because of the timing aspect of his game.
Here's Mann. Zubac trying to break loose. Mann gets the bucket. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Murray dishes to Millsap. Murray kicks to Jokic. Millsap passes to Jokic. It's good. Jokic has got 8.
Such an outstanding effort there for the big man to stay focused with his shot. Jokic, tremendous concentration.
Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is such a unique talent at that center position. Young player, already top 10 in career triple-doubles.
How about the most triple-doubles ever by a foreign player? You think of the great skilled European big man. Jokic, arguably the most skilled of them all.
And he can extend the lead to double digits. Shot is good, and the Nugget lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Jackson.
When you're a veteran player like Paul George, you understand that even 24 seconds is a long time. Great patience to wait for that play.
Here's Murray, pass to Dozier. Jokic trying to free himself up. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. A lot of great talkers over the years, trash talkers on the floor in this league. Do you think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And Kevin, that's a great question, and believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, and I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence. And so it's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they will cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
Well, I'm glad you don't trash talk here on 2K, Greg. I'll tell you that right.
No, we don't do that.
Now, here's Kennard. D right on him. Ball's knocked loose. To the middle. Fast break. Here we go. A 3 from Leonard. And the ball travels out of his hands. It was last touched by Jokic. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. And with that, the Denver lead is cut down now to just 9 in the basket from Jackson. Murray against Jackson. Jokic with it. He's got 8. Oturu with the rebound. And now the Clippers on the break. Morris with the ball. And Jackson throws it down hard.
It's easy to forget about Jackson's bunnies, but he's more than happy to remind you.
Outside Gordon. Pass to Jokic. Shoots over Leonard. The Nuggets with another miss. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. 7-point differential.
Well, stretching the floor, Kawhi Leonard out at that distance, you're just so fearful of him driving by, and he knocks one down with confidence.
Murray surveying the D. Here's Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Jokic has got 6 here in this quarter.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
And the foul on Jamal Murray. That's his first foul. There's 48 seconds left now here in the second. To the inside. Here's Zubac. And foul on the shots. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
And Barton throws it down.
Well, you got to watch out when Barton leaves the floor, throwing the hammer down there.
Clippers trail by 7. Now here's Rondo. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Zubac kicks to Rondo. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. A three-pointer off the mark. Here's Barton. And that would have counted, but his shot. And so that brings the first half to a close. Nuggets lead by.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. After 2 quarters, it's Denver out in front. They have a nice 7-point lead. And that'll do it.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. One of the stories here, Jokic getting it done today.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
Oh, man, pouring it on right now, and why wouldn't you?
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. They've got Rajon Rondo. Morris is out there with Paul George. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Oturu in at the 5, roaming the paint. Murray the pass to Gordon. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 3 assists now in this one.
Like that from Murray right there. When he's passing it like this, it can make him so much better and so much more open.
Gordon against Morris. Jokic with the steal. And now the Nuggets, fast break. And there's the whistle, called a clear path foul there. Yep. And he'll shoot 2 at the line. The Nuggets shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
Greg, how special was it for you that you had your number 50 retired at UNLV?
You know, that's something I can honestly say. As a kid, you dream about a lot of things. Winning, you know, playing at the highest levels. That's something I never really fathomed, is to have your jersey hanging up in an arena. That was a surreal moment, a really cool moment, and it was awesome to be able to share it with my family and friends.
And people probably don't know that you grew up in Las Vegas, so it was probably doubly special, wasn't it?
Exactly, born and raised.
And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him. That'll put Paul George on the line. It's going to be on Jokic. Los Angeles shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game.
Think about Paul George in his 2nd year in the NBA being named the most improved player. He's just gotten better from that point. And you don't have to win an award every year to prove it.
Batum with the steal. Jackson against Murray. Good on that shot, and with that, the Nugget lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Jackson. And here is Murray. 8 points for him. On the wing, Porter. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Nuggets lead by 7.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
And Batum kicks to George. Fires from 18. It's hauled in by Gordon.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Well, you can't help but think of the dunk contest robbery with Aaron Gordon. Didn't receive max points on some of his dunks that clearly deserved it. Said he's done with the event after the last go, and I can't say I blame him.
Here's Barton, and Barton throws it down.
And a great job on the screen and roll with Barton. Really so effective in how he's using his body on that play.
And that's an intentional foul.
You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. A 3 from Leonard. To the wing on the left. To the paint. That shot is off. Now Denver takes it the other way. And with the dunk contest in Aaron Gordon, some of the dunks he pulled off, Greg, were outstanding.
I mean, going over Taco Fall was the big one. The one-handed windmill was impressive as well. Gordon doesn't need a trophy. Everyone knows he's one of the best dunkers we've ever seen.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Dozier goes back up. Oturu with the rebound. Clippers trail by 11. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And the defender was slow reacting, didn't fully account for Kawhi's quickness. Slow played him and gets to the free throw line.
Time call here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Mann's checked in, and it's Kennard in for Rajon Rondo.
And made possible by a heads-up play defensively at the other end.
Leonard against Clark. Dozier passes to Millsap, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Clippers trail by 7. To the inside, and that one is hammered home.
Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see him get up like that.
And there's the pass to McGee. Inside, Dozier. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
Here's Oturu, and terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Oturu's got 4 points now in the quarter. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game. Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Denver calls timeout.
Start it.
27 seconds left in the third quarter. Dozier passes to McGee. Good work there as it goes.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Clippers trail by 7. Outside Leonard. Pass to Zubac. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on JaVale McGee. The Clippers have only 1 missed free throw. They've had 5 attempts and made 4 of them. So he gets them both. 12 seconds left in the third. And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the fourth. The Nuggets on top, up 5. And coming up is... And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Now the passing for the team becoming contagious, this time involving the big.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. They've got Jamal Murray, Aaron Gordon out there with Paul Millsap, and there's JaVale McGee. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Murray against George. Murray dishes to McGee, and the slam dunk by McGee.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
Rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Jackson kicks to George. Pass to Zubac, dishes it to Jackson. Kicks it out to Leonard. Shot clock at 3. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. The Nuggets leading by 7. Outside Gordon. Now the dish to Porter. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
One thing about Porter Jr. you talk about is consistency, and that is just not on the floor. It's about his health and availability to his team so he can show off the multi-talented game he does have.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. George up top. Barton defending. Got a hand on it.
All about timing. Will Barton, great job of seeking that one out and throwing it away.
Kept alive. Gordon, the pass to Barton. In the corner, Murray with it. But they'll get another chance. Gordon. Another miss. Boy, they had their chance there, but couldn't get it to go. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Paul George has definitely garnered some strength through the years now, and he's developed that over time in the offseason, being diligent with his work ethic and gets through contact on that play.
And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's foul number 2 for him. Leonard, he's checked in for Paul George. Los Angeles on D. They trail by 7. Gordon, the pass to Murray. Leonard looking over the floor. Outside for Batum. Clippers moving the ball around. Pass to Oturu.
With nobody getting a hand in his face in that painted area, that's a miss he's going to be disappointed with.
Jokic. Back to Porter. Wide open. Barton. It's good on the putback.
Nice job by Barton as a guard or sometimes small forward to get in there and hustle on the glass.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Leonard attacking, makes it off the glass.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
Poke loose. Jackson against Murray. Stolen by Jackson for the finish. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Such opportunistic basketball right there. And that's when they desperately needed it.
Here's Murray. .152 left in the fourth. And there's the feed to Gordon. Jokic trying to free himself up. Second chance shot. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. That's on Reggie Jackson.
Just have to stay down on any kind of pump fake. Once Jokic got him up in the air, he had him.
And the Clippers making a switch here.
And he just garnered a little bit more insurance there. Very confident that he's able to go up and knock those down.
George against Green. Outside for George. This one for 3. The putback. Los Angeles with a fresh shot clock. From deep. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. George has got 5 points now this quarter.
That's why you turn to Paul George. These moments are for PG.
The putback. It's hauled in by George. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. 4-point game. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And now the go-to guy in these situations. Leonard can handle that kind of pressure in the big moment as well as anyone.
To the right side. Jokic draws the double. Leonard with the steal. And here we go. Here's Mann. Yes!
Remember that one. Guys, a difference maker.
Now I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
43 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Green, the pass to Jokic. Back to Green. 6 on the shot clock. Jokic pitch to Millsap. Nifty move. Got it.
Jokic stepping up big time here.
26 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. George looking over the floor. The pass to Zubac. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Jokic. Good on the first, and that narrows the gap to 1. And so he hits both.
How fantastic was that? One mistake and the game's over, but he gets it done.
16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Murray outside. And the rejection by Zubac. And Tyronn Lue wants a timeout. And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Reggie Jackson.
And his percentage from the field tonight seemed almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
Denver calls timeout. Leonard with the steal, and regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. We'll get right back. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ballgame. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. Tip-off goes to Denver. And always a good ride in these post-regulation battles. This overtime now looking to be an exciting one. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So on the floor for Denver, Murray out there with Will Barton. And it's JaMychal Green. Then it's Porter. And it's Jokic in at the 5.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Platoon passes to Zubac. Denver grabs the miss. Jokic has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Jumps up, and Barton throws it down.
And that's a big shot from Barton when his team really needed one. This guy taking the pressure head on.
Kicks it out to Leonard. Passes it to Zubac. Jokic with the steal. And here's the fast break. Jokic leading the way. Porter, no luck.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Yeah, you can see when it's that close, players reacting. Just, oh, man, we just missed that one. Maybe they'll get another chance at it. Oh, you could see it from the moment he caught the ball. Leonard looking to rise to the occasion, making the big shot to help the team out.
And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. George with the ball.
And that's how you do it. Impressive play, explosive finish.
Yeah, sweet finishes like that, you see everybody get up. Look at the guys on the bench. They're fired up.
And a wide open look for Porter. No good on the 3. The Clippers have gone 2 of 4 on their shots here in overtime. Leonard with no one around. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. And it's Murray with the jam.
Yeah, this game is not over when Jamal Murray is still able to play.
The Clippers trail. Outside, George. That shot is in, just like 6 others have been for him. He's shooting 7 for 15.
Well, your best players want to take on the burden come clutch time, and Paul George carrying the weight right now.
Murray kicks to Jokic. Shoots over Zubac. Jokic, no good. Clippers have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far here in overtime. Here's Leonard. Denver grabs the miss. They've led by as many as 11 points. Here's Murray. And he gets the whistle. The coach's challenge has been issued. This game like this, down to the wire, this is what it's for.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
George, no good. This is a huge possession.
And this is where all the hard work pays off. You have to be able to execute under pressure.
And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. And so here are the Clippers, trailing by 2. Here's Leonard. It's good. A huge shot to tie it up.
Yeah, you could be as physical as you want with Kawhi Leonard. He just stays with it and is unshaken.
Now Murray. Oh, missed it. And so they choose to intentionally foul. And the Clippers call time here. The score is tied at 64. Just 4 seconds left in the first overtime. Action has been terrific. Off the inbound pass. And we're headed to another overtime. A breathtaking defensive stop to stay alive. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And so we are tied again. Can't stop now. We're ready for another extra period. What a game of basketball this has been. And so here's Denver. Barton finds Gordon. Back to Barton. And Barton throws it down.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Rondo passes to Patterson. Back to Rondo. Patterson, that's good. Patterson's got the game tied up here for the Clippers.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. And Los Angeles with some changes. Zubac is checked in for Patterson. Batum comes in for Morris. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Rajon Rondo.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson. Using his poise and vision to make a play.
Here's Murray. And it's good, 2 points.
How about Murray stepping up, poise for this young player?
Clippers shooting has been terrific, 54% on the game. Barton against George. Zubac kicks to George. Count it. George has got the lead, back up to 2 now for the Clippers.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. Going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
Batum passes to George.
Yeah, I think you got to be cautious when you guard Paul George. He's not afraid of the contact, and that time welcomed it.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ballgame.
He's the one person that the coaching staff and the teammates love to see at the line in a tight ball game. You can pretty much bank on these.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And what a luxury if Murray can play both guard positions. A perfect blend of shrewd passing and some fearless shooting.
And he is unable to get the second one.
He gets them to within 1 possession, but that miss puts a lot of pressure on their defense.
It's hauled in by Gordon. These guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice to system.
And when everyone's involved offensively, it has a way of helping you on the defensive side as well.
Outside, Porter. Pass to Jokic. 6 to shoot. Second shot opportunity, and he sinks the layup. Jokic has got 20.
He's simply staying aggressive right now, and Jokic is ready to shoot at the biggest moments.
Outside, George. Pass to Zubac. And it's sent back by Jokic. Murray against Jackson. Porter kicks to Jokic. Murray outside. Off target from three-point range. Here's the pass to Jackson. Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
Being aggressive in the painted area, you love the attacking element that Kawhi Leonard brings to the game.
Good!
Well, Picasso couldn't have drawn that up any better. Perfect execution off the inbound.
And stolen by Murray. Here's Gordon. Money!
A tremendous display of poise from Gordon. Refused to let the moment get too big.
George against Barton. It's in!
And that was so clutch. I mean, they're in front by the slimmest of margins, in need of a stop right here.
Money!
That is one athletic young player. Murray making those dunks look easy.
And the Clippers call time here. They trail by 1. 6 seconds left to play in the second overtime of quite a heated game. Here's George. Missed. Batum with the steal. Oh, that shot had a chance, but no good. And so it's Denver who comes out on top here.
UK Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interest. It's time for the NBA. Hey, Dave.
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Luka Doncic out there with Richardson. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3 slot. And for the Clippers, they've got Ivica Zubac. Batum is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's George in at the 2 spot. Now here's Doncic. Pass to Finney Smith. It's hauled in by Zubac.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Back to Jackson. Now the pass to Leonard. That one goes. Count it. Terrific talented backcourts tonight. Greg, did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
You know, when you drive the lane, you have to know where Porzingis is, because with his reach, he can sneak up and send that shot away anytime.
Now, here's Doncic. Misses from close range. The Clippers have gone 2 of 3 here to start off the game. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Here's Porzingis with a fast break chance. Over in the corner, Doncic. And the rejection by Zubac. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Leonard with the ball, and it's good for 2. Leonard's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Don't you love it when you've got a small forward who can pass the basketball just like Paul George did there? Makes it look easy.
And that one's good. Doncic.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Here's Jackson after Luka Doncic's bucket. Fast break, Dallas. Richardson's running. Here's Cleveland. Oh, the power on that throwdown.
Wow. And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure. George passes to Zubac. And here's the fast break. And here is Kleber. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Oh, he throws it down with such ease. That rim might as well be 8 feet off the ground.
Outside Jackson. Outside Batum. To the middle. Here's Zubac. The shot off that time. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That is his first foul of the game. For the Clippers, Patterson, he's checked in for Batum. Marcus Morris comes in for Leonard. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Reggie Jackson. Dallas also making some changes. Dwight Powell's checked in for Maxi Kleber. Hardaway comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. Richardson against George. Morris outside. Los Angeles with another miss. And the Mavericks with possession. Good momentum, 8 straight points. Brunson up top. It's tipped. Here's Porzingis, and good. Got the English that time as it falls.
Boy, how pretty is that at 7'3"? Kristaps Porzingis knows he can get his shot anytime he wants.
Zubac in the post. Powell on him, and he gets it to go.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
No doubt those extra possessions can really add up against you when you do not take care of the defensive glass.
The Mavericks shooting their first free throws of the game.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
So it's both teams making substitutions here.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
Here's Mann. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession.
That's a perfect example of why good hands are important in basketball. It just misread that pass completely.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Redick is checked in. And stolen by Patterson. And here we go. Rondo heading to the hoop. Cauley Stein's shot is good.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Here's Leonard, and it's Leonard with the jam.
There's just so much force that Kawhi plays with. It is what allows him to rise up and put it down with authority.
Now here's Brunson. No points in the game yet for him. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Cauley Stein kicks to Brunson. Back to Cauley Stein. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Cauley Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
Oturu, the pass to Patterson. Outside Leonard. That one drops for him.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. The Mavericks on top as they wrap up the first quarter with a massive. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So for the Clippers right now, they've got Rajon Rondo. Patrick Patterson is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's man in at the 2 guard. Here's Brunson. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Leonard looking over the floor. Misses off the left iron.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Outside, Redick. Pass to Powell. Outside for Redick. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Paul George is checked in for the Clippers. Then for the Mavericks, Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Outside, George. Los Angeles with another miss. There's the foul. It's on Patrick Patterson. That is his first foul of the game. So for the Clippers, Zubac is checked in for Patterson. Morris comes in for Leonard. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Doncic passes to Cauley-Stein. Out left to the wing. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Out to the wing. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Clippers trail by 6. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. And here's Redick. He'll bring it up for Dallas. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. No problems knocking that one down. Doncic has got the lead up to 8 now for the Mavs. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalry. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
That's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team. And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Doncic against Jackson. Now here's Doncic. Defense right on him. And Doncic throws it down.
Well, Luka can get himself into the paint with consistency, and boy, does he make that a high percentage finish.
Nobody near George. Hits it from 3-point range. George has got 5 now.
And they may be leaning a little too heavily on the three-pointer when there are better looks to be had inside.
And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually, he found his stride, and the rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno State. That's really where he got onto the NBA radar.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Zingas, he's checked in for Maxi Kleber. Hardaway comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Richardson in for J.J. Redick. They blow the whistle just, and yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
This guy is such an excellent finisher at the rim. He's got incredibly long arms and very strong hands.
Runs in the pass to Powell. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Mavericks lead by 4.
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
Out to Morris. Rondo on top. Brunson covering. Keeps it alive. Powell pulls it in. Dallas leading by 4. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Richardson, no luck. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Leonard attacking, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
I love scorers who want to seek contact. Kawhi Leonard consistently in the top 20 in free throw attempts.
2 shots. And he makes both free throws. We've got 13 seconds left here in the second. Richardson outside. Over Kennard. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We welcome, win or lose, Kenny, the Mavericks have been one of the more stable organizations in the NBA. And that
we've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Richardson is out there with Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward.
Well, to me, Paul George exemplifies what a leader should be. This guy does not look for his personal stats. He just wants to make the guys around him better.
Jackson against Doncic. Here's Kleba. Misses the 3. The Clippers shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Passes to Jackson. Picked his pocket. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball over Jackson, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Reggie Jackson.
This guy moves so well with the ball in his hands, and Doncic knows how to initiate contact and get himself to the line when he puts it on the deck.
And Doncic was part of a draft day trade that so far seems to have worked out pretty well for both teams.
That's exactly right. Doncic, Greg, was selected by Atlanta with the 3rd pick. He was then quickly shipped to Dallas for the 5th overall pick, which turned into Trae Young, plus a future pick. Neither of these young men wasted any time putting their stamp on the NBA. I do think their futures will always be discussed in connection with the other.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That's on Reggie Jackson.
Well, this guy is so effective with the pump fake. Luka Doncic gets the defender off his feet. Beautiful.
J.J. Redick's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Clippers trail by 4. Outside, George. Porzingis with the steal. And they're on the break. Doncic kicks to Redick. Off target with his three. From deep, George bangs home the trifecta. George has got 5 points now in the quarter.
And that was from the parking lot. Paul George very assured from distance.
Doncic against Jackson. Outside, Porzingis. Back to Doncic. Shot clock at 6. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Porzingis.
Listen, turnovers happen. You've got to move on to the next play.
Leonard, he's checked in for the Clippers. Hondo comes in for Jackson. And Dallas also making a switch. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Maxi Kleber. And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile one block a moment ago.
And he's all over that shot. Has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Melly is checked in for Porzingis. Hardaway comes in for J.J. Redick. Trey Burke's checked in for Josh Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. Here's Leonard. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
How about the focus and locked-in nature of Kawhi Leonard? My goodness.
Brunson the pass to Melly. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter.
That's the idea. You work the ball into that area. It's a sweet spot.
And Trey Burke gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. And the Clippers making a switch here. Morris is checked in. Leonard attacking. Zubac kicks to Leonard. Lets it go with a three. The Clippers keep it alive. Zubac, that's good.
This guy is just working his tail off on the boards. You love the effort, love the energy.
Brunson the pass to Melly. Hardaway up top. He's covered by Leonard. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, this is a quick and decisive offensive player who's not afraid of contact. Love Tim Hardaway Jr. accepting the contact.
Both good from the line that time. The Clippers trail. Leonard on the wing. 1:31 left in the third quarter. Pass to Zubac. Hondo on top. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Zubac no good. It's tipped. Cauley-Stein in the post. Covered by Morris. Hardaway with a wide open look. A three-pointer is right on target. Hardaway has got 5 points in the quarter.
How about the timing from Hardaway Jr. looking very comfortable taking shots after catching the pass.
And the rejection by Cauley-Stein. Out of bounds, Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession. A different look for Dallas. Porzingis is checked in for Cauley-Stein. Mike Powell comes in for Nicolo Melli. And Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Trey Burke. Leonard with the ball. 16 points for him. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Leonard's got 18 points in the game.
Well, this guy is never a bad option in a tough situation. Kawhi Leonard under duress. Nicely done.
Outside Hardaway. Down low. Here's Porzingis. Morris with the block.
Well, Marcus Morris, the frame and the length to block shots. That's pretty.
Dallas making a switch here. Here's Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
Now, I'll bet even they didn't think the pick would work that well.
No. And they get the major league dunk out of it, too.
My question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Oturu's got his first points of the game.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? It's still. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. We've got Marcus Morris, Reggie Jackson out there with Kennard. Then it's Paul George. And it's Oturu in at the 5 down low. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Now George.
This is one of Paul George's go-to shots. His confidence and ability to rise and fire quickly from the mid-range, crucial.
Here's Redick. Banked in off the glass. And the Mavericks lead by 4.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Here's George. Porzingis with the rebound. Jackson against Redick, and the layup's good off the glass. And it's a 6-point Dallas lead.
Proving he's more than just an outside shooter. Redick also has a sweet touch from that area.
The 3 from George. That doesn't go either for George. The Mavericks have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the 4th quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Powell dishes to Redick. To Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
He has proven to be a quality finisher off the pick and roll. Dwight Powell can adjust midair to get his shot.
Jackson against Redick. Kennard, the pass to Oturu. Back to Kennard, over Richardson. Now, here's George. George missing again.
This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
And he's caught fire this quarter, yet to miss a shot.
And so George will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers, trailing by 10. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
For Dallas, they've gotten every shot they've taken so far in the 4th quarter to go in. That's 5 in a row to start the quarter. Inside. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. Bucket is good.
Well, you love how Paul George gets his feet under him first on these catch and shoot. His pre-shot routine is so important.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Jackson against Redick. Richardson outside. 3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th.
And ever since halftime, they played precision basketball offensively.
I got to believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued each possession.
The shot by George, no good.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
Clippers trail by 10. George looking over the floor. Nice D from Porzingis.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
1:19 left in the 4th quarter. And a deep 3 from Redick. And the 3 off target. The Clippers running out of time. The pass to Kennard. Here's Oturu. And he banks in the layup. Oturu's got 4 points this quarter.
Not sure how he gets that pass off. I thought for sure he was going to pull the trigger.
Stolen away. Kennard, the pass to Jackson. He feeds it to George. And they pick up 2.
You can see Paul George is locked in right now. Big-time shots demonstrate his elite level in the NBA.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dwight Powell. Tim Hardaway Jr. is checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Luka Doncic subbed in for J.J. Redick. Back to Doncic. Pass to Kleber. 5 on the clock. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And here is Los Angeles now. 6-point game. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. George passes to Leonard. Offline with his 3. And here is Doncic. Right side Hardaway. That 3 off the mark. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up. Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the DH.
Hey, Kevin, the Mavericks.
It might indeed, David. Well said. Thank you for that report. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Michael Porter's out there with Aaron Gordon, and it's Nikola Jokic. Then it's Will Barton, and it's Murray in at the point guard position. And for Dallas, Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Luka Doncic out there with Richardson, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3.
No answer for Murray from the defense so far. Absolutely ferocious at taking it inside.
Murray against Doncic. Pass to Porzingis. Back to Doncic. Yep, that one goes in there. All right, Clark, old school lineups tonight. Both sides anchored by great pivot men.
Kevin, I can hear the excitement in your voice, man, and I share that excitement when you see big guys that can go at it in old school fashion. I love seeing that because we don't see it that much these days with all of the three-point shooting. We get to see big guys going to work in the paint. I love it.
Here's Doncic. Here's Porzingis, and misses it off the right side of the rim. Here's the Nuggets now with the ball. Here's Murray. Kleber with the rebound. Fast break, Dallas. Richardson's running. Out to Doncic. Fires the three. It's good from long range. Doncic has got 5 now.
Boy, you better get out there on this guy. Doncic is prime time for real from that three-point line.
And it's denied. They retain possession. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Just to Porzingis. And that's an intentional foul. Doncic against Murray. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Tell you what, guys, that's not an easy finish, but somehow Doncic makes it look rather effortless.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. And it goes down 2 points.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And the foul on Jamal Murray. That'll be his second foul of the game. Doncic passes to Porzingis. Back to Doncic. Lays it up off the glass. He's got 9.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Here's Gordon. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Passes it to Doncic. Banked in off the glass.
Boy, what a quarter for him. I mean, he's found his rhythm, and he's really riding that wave right now.
Doncic comes with the double team.
Oh my
great
goodness! That was special. And you know, it's clear that Gordon is one of the best dunkers in the game, always looking to bring the thunder.
Porzingis kicks to Doncic. Floats one up, and that's 2 points on the layup. Doncic has got 13 points.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Campazzo. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Doncic outside. To the middle. Here's Porzingis. Good, and the assist goes to Doncic.
Boy, like seeing these passes. Doncic has a keen sense for when one of his guys is open, and he gets it to him on time, on target.
The pass to Jokic. And it's in there.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Dallas. It's a three-point game.
A self-described country boy from the town of Sombor, Serbia. Jokic grew up racing horses, no less.
Boy, those are some nice factoids, Greg. Well done. From stable boy and jockey, but as he grew, basketball made the most sense. And to this day, he still loves horses and actually still has a few back in Serbia.
It's good again, and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Gordon, the pass to Jokic. On the wing, Porter. Cans the shot with nobody near him.
Porter Jr. has a unique combination of size and skill, and as a result, able to beat defenders in the catch-and-shoot game.
16 seconds left to play here in the first. Pass to Kleber. Doncic outside. can't hit from in close.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And at the end of one, both teams putting up some points. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen here, guys, from the Mavericks.
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
Willie Cauley-Stein is out there with Powell. Then there's Luka Doncic. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Hardaway in at the 2 spot. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Greg, as a point guard, what is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot. And, you know, you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, you know, the typical stuff about organizing the offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well. But so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to, it is really paramount.
Boy, Luka Doncic, such an all-around skill set. I mean, the defense having a real hard time containing him tonight.
Here's Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
Boy, I like how Paul Millsap used his body to get into the defender there.
Doncic against Green. Doncic kicks to Brunson. To the paint, here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
Yeah, and I think Powell is terrific in the pick and roll. Knows how to dive after he sets the screen.
To the inside. Murray, the pass to Barton. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Millsap dishes to McGee. And the slam dunk by McGee.
You got to do more than that to keep the ball out of his hands down low.
Exactly. I mean, deny him the ball in the first place. Don't let him get it.
Here's Doncic. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. And pushing it up, here's Denver. From 10 feet out, Millsap misses. The Mavericks leading. Powell with it. Now Green defending. Shot on the wing. And Cauley-Stein throws it down.
And with his vertical reach, you expect Cauley-Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass.
Murray kicks to Green. Millsap in the corner. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Hoop and harm for Millsap there. Terrific body control and concentration.
Josh Richardson's checked in for the Mavericks. The Nuggets shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game. The free throw drops for Millsap. For Dallas, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Pass to Gordon. Powell pulls it in.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game. And no doubt last season was a bit of a step backwards for Aaron Gordon. After that breakout 2019 season, his numbers just didn't hold up.
And, you know, Greg, the issue was his shooting. You know, Gordon had a tough time from distance, especially from three-point range. Some of that is maybe mechanic, but also shot selection a part of it. And I also thought he was a little more passive with the ball, maybe a little more indecisive. But, again, he's a young player, really young player, so I'm thinking it was probably just an off year for him, and he'll bounce back in good fashion.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets. the Nuggets with some changes. Jokic has checked in for JaVale McGee, and Porter subbed in for Paul Millsap. The Nuggets trail by 5. Campazzo, Brunson covering. And here is Murray. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup.
Murray locked in on the task at hand, not allowing the defense to bother his shot at all.
Brunson with it, now guarded by Murray. And an intentional foul right there.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Porzingis, he's checked in for Cauley Stein. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dwight Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Jalen Brunson. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Hardaway. Outside, Redick. Outside, Porzingis. Feeds to Richardson. And stolen by Gordon. Here's Dozier. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
You know, if you get open, you can bet that Jokic is going to find you. His floor awareness is off the charts.
Redick finds Richardson. Down low. Here's Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Campazzo, Richardson covered. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
And it's tied up with that one. Doncic feeling it out. Left side, Porzingis. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And the first half comes to a close in a tie game.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille. Luka Doncic has been the story in this one. He ended up with 17 points. Thanks for joining.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of.
Second half underway. Here's who Mike Malone's got on the floor. We've got Murray. Aaron Gordon out there with Jokic. Then it's Porter. And it's Barton in at the shooting guard position. Doncic with the steal. And Doncic with a clear path to the hoop. Misses the slam off the fast break. Jokic inside. Guarded by Porzingis. Gordon. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Jokic has got 3 assists in the game. The Mavericks have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Passes to Kleber. Porzingis kicks to Kleber. Poked away. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession.
And drafted with the 41st pick back in 2014. How about this? Jokic, the definition of a sleeper pick. He was actually asleep when the Nuggets drafted him.
The story goes on that his brother called him up trying to congratulate him, and Nico hung up in his face. How about that? Didn't hear the news until the next morning. He certainly has a different way of going about things, but there's no denying he's got a lot of game, and it's fun to watch.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Porzingis passes to Doncic. Clock at 6. To the paint. Richardson finds Doncic. Good defense by Jokic.
Well, he has not been sharp this period. Seems to be a little flustered out there, too.
Offensive rebound. Porter. And he uses the glass on the layup. Porter's got the lead up to 2 now for the Nuggets.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Here's Doncic. Sweet little floater. Doncic has got it all tied up now for Dallas.
Boy, such a soft release on this difficult shot. Doncic is a master at knowing how and when to use that shot.
Murray, no good. And it's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for Dallas. And there's the foul to try to stop the break, and that'll be a clear path to the basket. 2 free throws coming up, and they'll retain possession. Dallas shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. Around the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather taken? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Oof. Well,
wow.
I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yeah, I'm going to agree with you. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Maxi Kleber. The Mavericks have only 1 missed free throw. They've had 5 attempts and made 4 of them.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
Clark, left side. Looking to end the run, and it's good on the way in. Clark's got his first 2 points.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Here's Brunson. He has 7. Dishes it to Hardaway. To the middle. Millsap with the steal. Here's Dozier. Guarded by Hardaway. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the 3rd quarter. Now Brunson. There's the dish to Redick. Inside. Here's Cauley-Stein. To the middle. Just 5 on the clock. Clark, the pass to Dozier. And the powerful one-handed slam.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifters, especially in a close contest where 1 or 2 possessions can impact the outcome.
Redick trying to get open. The shot by Cauley-Stein, no good.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
Big group substitution here for Denver. He gets it in there.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Redick with the 3. Here's Hardaway. A beautiful reverse layup. And the Mavericks lead by 1.
Well, I tell you what, energy and activity from Hardaway Jr. there, showing you exactly what it takes to keep plays alive.
Murray, score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Now here's Brunson. He's guarded closely. There's the pass to Porzingis. Brunson with it. Off on the layup. And as we finish the 3rd quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. The Nuggets on top, up 1. And we'll get... And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here, looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. On the floor for Dallas, Luka Doncic out there with J.J. Redick. And there's Porzingis. Then there's Hardaway. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 4. On the clock. Down low. Here's Porzingis. Count that one.
Boy, that is grown man ammonia strength from Porzingis there. How can defenders stop that?
Doncic against Murray. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Porzingis.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Richardson in for J.J. Redick. Doncic passes to Porzingis. Richardson outside. Pass to Porzingis. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
Boy, time to tighten it up on defense. A stop here would be huge.
Here's Jokic. The shot, no good. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Richardson attacks. Oh!
Exactly what Richardson can do on the drive. I mean, he can handle the ball. He's got a quick step, and he can finish when he gets to the rim.
Here's Murray. That shot off. Nice D from Porzingis. Guy is a potent offense right now.
You know what, guys? And they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success.
2nd minute off the clock now in the 4th. And it's Murray with the jam.
Oh, I have to enjoy, guys, seeing Murray jam it down like that. I mean, his vertical is pretty impressive.
Doncic outside. And he gets the whistle. And, folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, when Mike Malone talked to his team during that last time out, he really got after him in the huddle. He said, look, you can rest after the game. You got to put it all out there if you want to win this one. Back to you guys.
Jamal Murray really loves being the crunch time deliverer. This guy relishes the chance to make big hoops.
And the foul on Jamal Murray. That's it for him. He's fouled out of the game.
Yeah, and that is a big loss for this team. This game's still in the balance, and he's someone they always want in there at crunch time.
Here's Doncic. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
Doncic not afraid of the moment, actually embraces the spotlight. This guy steps up big when needed most.
Campazzo, guarded by Doncic. That's tipped. They recover it. Dallas leading by 5. Pass to Kleber. Richardson outside. Finney-Smith passes to Porzingis. Down to 5 on the shot clock. To the inside, Richardson. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. And now a 7-point Maverick lead. Now here's Barton. He's tightly guarded. For Dallas, they've gone 7 of 7 from the field to start the final quarter. What an amazing start. And Michael Porter is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. 1:06 left in the fourth quarter. Porzingis kicks to Doncic. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
It really does come down to this. I mean, come up empty, and it's over. Easy to see why Gordon has the ball in these moments. He's phenomenal at coming up big.
Doncic outside. Up top, Porzingis. 6 to shoot. Porzingis is double. Kicks it out to Richardson. And it's good. With time running down on the shot clock. And the Mavericks lead by 7.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Challenging the bigger defender, cutting him down to size with that one.
Well, the size mismatch is no problem for this fella guy. I mean, how much do you like seeing that aggressiveness from him?
And a shot by Kleba, wide open, and it's off from three-point range. To the paint. Good!
These are the moments we all think about as players. No fear taking these clutch shots because you've got a chance to be a hero when you knock it down.
So a close game sees Dallas taking this one. What a show they put on here at home tonight.